1:07 and we leave, our Uber comes and gets us at what?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock to go to the airport for Scotland.
Woo.
Today is April 1st and we're going to land in London first for a layover, and then we go from London to Edinburgh for a 2-week adventure in Scotland. So, yeah.
Yeah, excited.
Come along with us on
our little Scotland adventure.
For Anthony's 30th birthday.
We don't got to.
We're about to head to the airport.
Can't wait.
Hi again. It's now April 2nd at, what time is it? 3:11 Scotland time. So that's what time at home? 10 a.m.
Yeah.
We traveled for 19 hours. We're tired. We're exhausted. But we're not going to bed.
No.
We have things to do on our first day. We're going to walk around. We have a tour to go to, and we're going to have some bangers and mash. So
Yes. I'm excited for food.
Gotta be really good.
And a nap.
Well, I'm just gonna go right to bed. But yeah. We went to see the historic Mary King's Close. A close is a Scots term meaning alleyway. Mary King's Close is part of the Old Town of Edinburgh. Closes were named after memorable occupants of one of the apartments. This one was Mary King's. Due to the exceedingly unsanitary living conditions common to the era and influx of flea-infested rodents, Edinburgh became overrun with bubonic plague. Her close was used as a quarantine zone during the outbreak in the 17th century. The ghosts of those who died there are said to still haunt the place. This was a very informative and awesome tour to learn of a part of Edinburgh's history. It's
Day 2 of Scotland. We're here in Edinburgh.
Yes, we're walking around. We're going to go to the castle first. And we have a ton of stuff to do today, but we just got some breakfast. He had a sausage roll, and I had...
Delicious.
It's called the Holy Trinity. Yeah, really good. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what was on yours. It was like bacon and like hash brown.
Yeah, bacon, hash brown. No, it was a tatty scone.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. Anyway, so we're going to go to the castle. Woo! This is St. Giles Cathedral. It lies on the Royal Mile. It is the principal place of worship for the people of Edinburgh. With its Gothic architecture, it attracts many visitors from all over the world. It was founded in 1124 by King David I. It's not in its original condition, though, because it underwent a major restoration from 1871 to 1883. Fun fact, the church was where the arrival of Bonnie Prince Charlie into Edinburgh was announced during the Jacobite uprising of 1745. This was also the cathedral where a service of thanksgiving for the life of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth was held. This is the story of Greyfriars Bobby. Bobby was the name of a Skye Terrier who belonged to John Grey, a night watchman for the Edinburgh Police. The two were inseparable for 2 years. However, in February 1858, Gray died of tuberculosis. He was buried in Greyfriars Kirkyard. Bobby, who survived John Gray by 14 years, is said to have spent the rest of his life sitting on his master's grave. The gardener and keeper of Greyfriars tried on many occasions to evict Bobby, but in the end they took pity on him. He was built a shelter and was fed regularly. Bobby never spent a night away from his master's grave, even in the most dismal weather conditions. In 1867, the Lord Provost of Edinburgh paid for Bobby's dog license, making him the responsibility of the city council. Bobby sadly died in 1872. He could not be buried within the cemetery itself since it was consecrated ground. Instead, he was buried just inside the gate of Greyfriars Kirkyard, not far from John Gray's grave.
Some interesting facts. Greyfriars Kirkyard was established as a burial area during the reign of Queen Mary of Scots. It has 700 headstones with more than 100,000 people buried here. J.K. Rowling was inspired by some of the names on the tombs, such as Robert Potter, William McGonagall, Elizabeth Moody, Thomas Riddle, and more.
After we left the kirkyard, we walked back towards the Royal Mile. This is where Anthony tried iron brew for the first time and became obsessed. We walked a little farther and came across this cute little Scottish cafe where we tried some Scottish dishes such as Colin skink, which is thick and creamy soup made up of smoked haddock, potatoes, and onions, which is my personal favorite. And we also tried haggis bonbons, which you can see Anthony's reaction here.
After we ate, we decided to walk down to the end of the Royal Mile, where we had a quick peek at the Holyrood House Palace. It is King Charles III's house when he is in Edinburgh, and has a long history of being home to many Scottish royals.
We continued our journey on to Calton Hill. It is an extinct volcano in the city center. There are two spots in Edinburgh to get great views of the city: Calton Hill and Arthur's Seat, as pictured here. We walked up Calton Hill and enjoyed the amazing views. It was such a beautiful day, which, as told by the locals, does not happen often.
Good morning, this is day 3 in Edinburgh. We are doing the castle tour today, and we're going to be doing a whiskey tasting.
Yeah, we had to do the castle tour today because I know we said yesterday we were doing it, but there weren't any tickets left. So we're going this morning to do the Edinburgh castle tour, and then we're gonna go do some whiskey tastings and just see what else we can get into. So that's all for today.
Bye.
Bye.
Edinburgh Castle has served many roles through the years, everything from a royal residence to a military garrison and even a prison. The massive rock the castle sits upon is the remains of an extinct volcano and has been the site of military fortifications since the Iron Age. While parts of the castle are still in active military use, it houses many relics and pieces of Scotland's history. One of these relics is the Mons Meg. The Mons Meg was a gift to King James II of Scotland from Philip III, the Duke of Burgundy, and is one of the largest cannons in the world by caliber. The Meg could fire a 400-pound stone ball that was 20 inches in diameter up to a range of 2 miles. In addition to museums, there are memorials to the many Scottish service members who have lost their lives in combat. There is even a small cemetery for regimental mascots and honored dogs belonging to high-ranking soldiers. Edinburgh Castle is also home to the Crown Jewels of Scotland, which are the oldest crown jewels in Britain. We were unfortunately not able to film or take pictures of the crown jewels due to security reasons. After Scotland became part of the UK, Edinburgh Castle was used as a military garrison and prison for prisoners of war. While held there, prisoners found many ways to pass the time. Some carved graffiti into the doors of their cells, while others came up with creative ways to make money. Inmates would often use wood, bone, and other materials to make ornate jewelry boxes and trinkets that the people of Edinburgh would come to buy. A few inmates even started to forge Scottish banknotes using stamps carved from bone and pen ink. The forged notes were so convincing that the Bank of Scotland was forced to look for ways to make banknotes harder to copy. There had been many escape attempts throughout the years the castle served as a prison. One of the most notable occurred in 1811. In this escape, 49 prisoners carved a hole in one of the outer walls, which is still visible today. All but one of the prisoners made it safely down Castle Rock, but they were all recaptured shortly after. And to finish our day at Edinburgh Castle, we had our first taste of Scottish whiskey.
Welcome to Victoria Street, the most photographed street in Scotland. With its bright-colored buildings, cobblestone streets, unique stores, and accessibility connecting Grassmarket to Lawn Market, it's a hotspot for locals and tourists. Some of the shops on Victoria Street are artisan cheese shops, bookstores, joke shops, a Harry Potter store, and many delicious restaurants, which we stopped for lunch and had amazing fish and chips. Some believe this was the inspiration for Diagon Alley in Harry Potter. What do you think? Hello, it's day 4. What time is it? 7:50 in the morning. Anthony's finishing up getting ready. We are gonna go pick up the rental car. I'm nervous because they drive on the left side of the road, on the right side of the car. So, and I'm driving. Anthony's afraid, okay? That's fine, it's fine. But we're gonna drive 3 hours north to, our destination is Inverness. We're gonna be stopping in the Cairngorms National Park. We're gonna go to Culloden Battlefield and whatever else we can get into. So that's what's in store today, and see you tomorrow.
We said goodbye to our Airbnb and picked up our tour rental, then headed for the Highlands. I don't know if you can tell, we are now driving on the left side of the road. Debbie's doing a really good job.
Thank you.